Hello, chat. How's it going? Good, I hope. Good, I hope. Apologies for the delay today. Well, something came up mid while I was having lunch. So, yeah. But it's sorted now. It's sorted now. So, yeah. Let us get directly into. Oh, wrong one. There we go. There we go. Accidentally pressed the wrong scene there for a sec. Accidentally pressed the audio only, but yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah, we should be good now. Perfect. So, we're going to be working on this. This is the emotes one. Now, I am just going to slightly move this. Yeah, we pretty much have about half of this to do, which is just the mask plus shading. Oh, and also smaller color details. And then we have this here. Just needs to be redone. I'll actually hide that in the time being. But yeah. We just have those two things to do. And then this is done. Now, as you can see, I was very obviously working on this before. I believe where I left off, I was reshaping this mask. Yes, I think I'm right in that assumption. Good, good. Right. Not sure why that's so goddamn high up. Yeah, the other one shouldn't take as long as usual because it's not there's not as many details we need to go over. Okay. Let me see it combined with this. See how this looks. See how this looks. Hmm. And yeah, that would be right. That would technically be right. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's right. Then we can just move directly straight onto colors. Yeah, I mean, quite a lot of this specific emote I have done off stream. Has been a tad bit rough, but yeah. We'll just have to see how we go. I mean, there's only just a few things we have left to do, and then this is done. I'm actually just gonna hide that for the time being. Just because, I mean, like, I might as well. I might as well. Okay, no, not that. Need this. I'm not sure who's at my door, but I'm just gonna ignore that. Right. Now. Just need to do that. And then need to lower this slightly. Yeah, I mean, the mask is like a very much trust the process. It's very much a trust the process. Because it's gonna look wrong up until like it's 90% done. Right. Now you can do that. And that. How's that look without shading? Okay, I mean, it is looking somewhere. Okay, yeah, I mean, that is going somewhere. I am just gonna redo that bottom bit though. Because I don't know what the hell's going up with that. Right. Anyways. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's looking better. That's looking better. Neat. Right, so now we only have to do the painful one. And when I mean painful, not by much. Yeah, I have mostly been, I have been working with this on and off. It's just I've been finding it just struggling just to find the motivation for it, honestly. But I mean, we are getting there. We are getting there. If my, my lines would line, that'd be rather swell. Let's see here. Okay. That's not right. Think I know what's slightly off here, though. Right. Let's try this. This is gonna be slightly more difficult than I imagined. Oh, wait. Never mind, I think we got it just as I said that. Possibly. Eh. Okay, yeah, we most certainly have. That's good, that's good. It's just this part here is where it's getting messed up. And just from how we have to lead in here is kind of the big deal. Yeah, I'll just see how that is just as a line. Might lead to something, might not. And it kinda does. Yeah, we'll keep that as is for now. We'll keep that as is. Alright, this one I believe I have to mostly hide this. I mean, we'll see how this goes. Right, let us do this one here. Then we can do a little bit of that. And then we can connect this. Now this is gonna be a slight issue, though I should have it mostly sorted. Let's see here. Okay, I mean, that's a very funky arch, but I think we should have it sorted. Big emphasis on that should part. But, you know what, never mind. I really don't know. And it looks good like that, but let's see. I mean, let's see what that's like fully done, I suppose. Just to get a general idea. Alright. Wait, how does that look in the full picture? Okay, I mean, actually a lot better than I expected. A lot better than I expected, I will admit. Alright, what we need to do though is I need to hide this so I can get the general eye shape right. I mean, I know it's a circle, but still, it's like technically it's a different circle. Like, I mean, technically it's an ellipse. Right. Okay. How's that in full now? I guess. Okay, I mean, also this in full. How's it now? How's it now? Okay, I mean, yeah, pretty much what I was expecting. Right, that's really easy. Now we just go do this bloom. Let's know the burn a little bit, I suppose. No, wait, no, that's too low. Way too low. How's that? And yeah, better. Movement, yeah, better. Alright, actually, this can just go up to there. I mean, yeah, that is close enough. I can just slide that out of the way. And now we get to do the fun part. Well, almost fun part. It's a 50-50 sometimes. Might as well start with the easy bits first. Which is just the old pattern. There we go. Just a matter of getting these lines semi-straight. Alright. I might also set up the clipping mask here as well. You know, while I'm at it. And I probably should. This is really good. Thank you, the one and only cat. It's still work in progress. We're still working on it. But I mean, I will admit it is getting there a bit. Okay, that actually needs 3 layers because we need this one to clip into this one and that one to clip into that one. And same goes for this. You do. And this is just going to only need the one. This is... yeah, you can tell that this is... I have changed a few settings to make this specific one less laggy. But you can see how quickly the shading problem becomes a problem. In terms of like with a lot of stuff going on. Yo, if the layer amount is anything to go off of. Right. And you get to do that. I've already done the shading for this, so yeah, that's practically it. Yeah, I mean, it's not a lot, it's just, it piles up over time. With just the sheer amount. Right, that line was not straight in the slightest. Hey, how are you? Hello, Kelsey. Hello. I mean, I'm fairly good. And things could be going better, sure, but I mean, I suppose I'd say average would be the best word. How are you going, Kelsey? How are you going? Right. I'm doing fine. Happy New Year's, by the way. Oh, yeah. New Year's happened. Yeah, Happy New Year's to you too. Did you have a. I sure hope you had a fun time on New Year's. I mean, my New Year's was pretty good, honestly. It's pretty nice. It was pretty nice. Right. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's best it's gonna get. Best it's gonna get. Can't really complain about much else. Okay, no. Yeah, I mean, it's a blessing and curse New Year's for me, but it's more because my affiliate anniversary is on New Year's, technically speaking. So it's like, on one hand, it's really convenient, but on the other hand, it's really not. Right. Let's do this. And that. And that. Okay, yeah. Easy. Right. What should I mean, I probably should tackle this. I'm just gonna actually, I'm gonna clipping mask to that real quick. So we can have this mostly uninterrupted. Yeah, because we need to snowflake pattern here. So, actually, how far away is this? I like you up. Thank you, Kelsey. Thank you. That's very kind of you. That's very kind of you. And hey, we've only got. I mean, this is like a collage sort of thing, so we only got a few more to go. No, honestly though, I reckon I could get away with this. Hold up, I just need to move that up slightly. Yeah, I reckon I could get away with that. Just the very easy method. Yeah, I mean, we definitely won't be able to get away with that later on. But I reckon we can get away with it for now. Well, like, more specifically on this one. Right. Yeah, I mean, this one is practically mostly done. It is mostly done. We just got a few things we need to do. Oh, this is a layer above. I was about to. I was very confused as to why it suddenly cut off. I was like, wait, I don't have, like, clipping mask on right now on this layer, do I? And then I realized, wait, no, it's just on the other side. Which I mean is, yeah, fair enough. Let's actually go ahead and hide those real quick. Just temporarily. Alright, and I believe all the rest, as is. So we can kind of ignore them. Yeah, I mean, this one, specifically this pattern here, isn't the worst one. It's more just a matter of slightly inconvenient. Okay, we need to have it like that, I believe. But I mean, like, once we do this, like, once we actually get the pattern, like, set up, then it's pretty much good. Right, is that right? No, this needs to be a full one down. I believe. Actually, no. I love X's. Yeah, I mean, technically it's snowflake patterns. It's just from the distance it would be at. If we made them actually snowflake patterns, then it won't turn out that great. And essentially, what we're going to do after this is pretty much a handy dandy thing I like to call just selecting over the parts which we don't want and just moving them out of the canvas. Yeah, it's just because of the level we're at, we don't need as much detail. Hmm. Right, no, no, no. Let me cancel this thus far. Because I just realized something which we could. It's probably enough detail that we could add the other lines. Though I'm not 100% sure on that. Right. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, okay, it is. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. See, like, it was either gonna be at the level where we could only do X's, or we could make an actual snowflake. There was gonna be no in between that. Hmm. Okay. That's not. Ah, I see. It's just slightly. Yeah, now that's fixed. I think. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, something just looked wrong for a second. I was trying to figure it out. Oh yeah, I should also probably preemptively hide all these layers while I'm at it. Yeah, just the general idea. Oh no. Okay, now. Yeah, now we can go back to what we are doing beforehand, where we're just lining this up. Kinda like this. Oh, that is way too close. Is it? No, it's not. Okay, okay, never mind. Never mind. Tis but a dream. Wait, no, that's gonna be one up. There we go. And this should just be the last one. It really did not like that though. Right, now we get to do the handy little thing of just copy pasting this over to the other side. In course with a little bit of lining up, but like still. Alright, now what about this one? Yeah, practically just needs to move down there. Now, after that, we get to do the easiest part of this, which is essentially just drawing a big circle and inverting the select tool. Right. Do, do, do. And voila. Yeah, incredibly easy. I mean, to be fair, before I was doing this like manually, which made this part absolute hell, but now it's a lot easier to do. Now it's significantly easier. In how it's just a little bit of matter of selecting invert, take that out. Okay, then we can render use. This is the annoying bit though. Alright, I'm actually gonna do the same thing. Right. Oh, yeah, I also need to combine those together. There we go. Right, now... And this one is more so bad when it comes to shading. God, my tablet is lagging. It does not like this at all. Oh wait, probably because I have these on. So it has to render those layers too. It's probably thinking like, why the hell is this happening? Alright, let's take it from the top. Yeah, I mean, this one's more just difficult getting the line up, if anything. Just because it starts from this little curve here, and this little curve is honestly a make or break. Depends on the angle. It's either really easy or really complex. So we'll just have to see. Okay, I mean, it might be good. Hmm. Okay, yeah, I think it's good. I think. So it is a little bit of a moment of truth when we move down over here. Hmm. Okay, how about we take this from the top a bit? And color a little bit of these sides, just so I can... Actually, no, I'll color the whole thing in. Just so we can see... And it's very easy to get confused on this pattern here. Just because of... Like, it's a simple pattern. It's just very optical illusionary. When you're, like, just going at it. Okay. Let's see. Looks to be good. I think at least. Oh, wait. We might be... If I do that and then move this down... Never mind. What about this? And what if I just keep that there? And yeah, I suppose that could work. Let's see. Let's see after we actually erase these side bits here. See if my opinion changes then. Because I mean, it very honestly could. It very honestly could. Right. Do. Fuck. Oh well. Never mind. Right. How is this now? Oh. Once I've removed those, how is this looking now? Okay, I reckon we got it. God, what is up with the lag today? It's usually not this laggy, I swear. Okay, there we go. There we go, righto. Not missing anything? Nope, don't look like it. Perfect. Now, skin spots. Here they are. Get to do, not that. Actually, I should probably, because I'm going to have to hide these layers to see this. I should probably start with this one first. Yeah, I mean, that's just my general perception though. There we go, there we go. Right, and not that. We definitely do not want to do that. Actually, maybe we do. Maybe we do. Just very slightly, though. Right, I mean, I do kind of know how these patterns go on the face at least. I kind of have this muscle memoried. Alright, wait, this isn't... Oh. I was about to say this isn't referenced, and good thing I checked, because otherwise that was going to be very annoying. Because now we can just do this, and once we re-enable this, don't even notice. There we go. Yeah, I mean, this wouldn't normally be harder, but like I said, I have this practically muscle memoried. So it makes it a lot easier than well, than it should be. Yeah, seriously, what the I'm just gonna ignore that. Alright, there we go. So now I believe that was the last of it. Well, last of colours more specifically. So that means we get to move on to the very easy task nowadays of just shading. The hair may or may not be easy though, because I am doing something a little bit different than I normally do. So it might be a little bit more troubling. Although, I sure hope not. Right, I actually want to move that down to a 2. There you go. Alright, and now get to this side. And do that. So actually, because this is supposed to be darker. Well, I mean, technically not darker, I just mean there's supposed to be more shade. This could go a little bit further. Like that. This is where it might be a problem though. And it's a 50-50. It's more so just like the outside parts, if anything. Like this part's gonna be easy over here because it's not related to anything, well, past the hair. But like this bit over here, like that's exhibit A of my problem of just an example there. Like that's where it's gonna be troubling, which is why I mean I kinda have to do it this way, but I definitely am not gonna enjoy it. Right, need to do that. And it could also be a little bit rough when we're moving past the hair to here. No, that's actually way too shaded over there. There you go. Alright. I mean, I reckon that's got that. Right. I mean, like, usually I do the hair not first, but second. Because I usually do the front hair first, but I mean, because this one's gonna be the problem child over here, I thought I might as well start with this. Okay. I get to do that. And now I get to do that. And this is supposed to be somewhat a tad bit shorter shading wise here. And then becomes longer. So, yeah. There we go. Though I mean, like, that's not particularly going to inherently matter because that's going to take that up. Meaning that this is probably going to go to here, realistically. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of just, I've got to play this slightly safer than I normally do. Which is what's making this a lot more annoying. And the worst part of it all is going to be this over here. Which is what I'm dreading, but I mean, we kind of have to get to it at some point. Which I mean is rather unfortunate, but yeah. Now, any spots I'm missing? Don't look like it. Wait. There you go. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's more just we can't play this as safe as I'd hope. Though I'd reckon we'd mostly got it. I reckon. Yeah, I mean, it's technically speaking, it's not gonna look right until we actually finish the front hair. But I mean, still. There you go. Actually, might want to extend this slightly. Yeah, there we go. Right. Now I get to go to the much, much, much more easier one. Because it's actually connected. Which is exactly what we'd like to see. Okay, I mean, I just have noticed an issue, but that's an easy fix over there. So yeah, we can ignore that for the time being. Alright, now it's gonna go to there. Yeah, I mean, this is also just a very small canvas size, technically speaking, as well. which is, you know, certainly not improving our odds here. Alright, there we go. Do. Now I get to do that. And that. And then that. I might as well just cover this whole thing and there we go. There we go. Okay, actually this needs to, technically speaking, go up slightly. And yeah, there we go, technically. Yeah, there we go. Am I missing something though? Because it surely, well, it sure feels like it. Yeah, I mean, it sure does feel like it. Hmm. I mean, I reckon it's more just because of the stuff like we can't particularly risk all too much. Oh, and also this little bit. Okay, I mean, I reckon that's it. I reckon that's it. Okay, so now we get to move on to the like that was the hard part of shading. This here's the easy bit. Okay, now that's done. There you go. That's good. I mean, technically that bit there won't be seen, so does it really matter it being shown? Okay, this bit here is a bit of a problem though, I will admit. I might have to swap to this. Yeah, I haven't had to switch to this one in a hot minute. Alright, now... There you go. There we go. Okay, and these are the big ones, so... Easy as. And now it's just a matter of that, and that. Which is very much relatively easy. There you go, though I'm gonna make this slightly bigger. Alright, now just a matter of that and that. There you go. Actually, I probably could make this on the other side, like that. Though that would mean also fixing this up. There you go. Alright, there's that done. Now... actually, I'm gonna skip that for a second. We'll come back to that in like 2 seconds. Just because, you know, I mainly have to do with this. I didn't line that up correctly. Okay, let's start with this one first. There you go. Boom, boom. Alright. And now we do the exact same thing once again. Just do a little bit of repeating. Here we go. Okay, maybe not there we go just yet. Now there we go. Right. Then we can go back over these. Let me actually start on the bottom bit first. How would this go? This would start small around about here and then pick up, I believe. And that feels mostly right. There you go. And... wait, is that right? Maths. If that's pointed there, then... yeah, no, that would be right. And with a little bit of fixing up. That also means on this side it would start small and then pick up as well. Alright. Okay, I mean that is accurate slightly with some minor changes. Okay. Now I need to do is that. Oh wait. That. Let's see. There you go. Yeah, no, that is adding up. That should be correct. Should be correct. Right. That should be like that. Honestly, this is like a make or break on whether I fill this in or not. Because like sometimes I fill this in, other times I don't. It just depends on how good it looks not filled in. I reckon we can have this not fully filled in. With a little bit of changes. Right. There we go. There we go. Okay, I mean, this bit here, I would say, is extremely likely to be fully shadowed compared to the other one. I mean, I am going to do a little bit of a test. Okay, yeah, fully shadowed. And that part there can probably stay unshadowed, I reckon. I mean, I reckon so at least. Yeah, okay, okay. There we go. In that case, let me just do this. And that. And do that. And this. Alright. Now it's just the annoying ones left. Like the ones which aren't annoying but are tedious. Hmm. Hmm. Alright. Hey, we might as well get into it. Alright. Boom. There we go. Actually, I kind of see how this looks without the big perspective. Just so I can see how this lines up, I just realized that. Right. There we go. Now we can move on to the connecting this bit part, which is the real annoying part. Right. Is that? No, it can't be. I swear I can hear the ice cream truck in the background, but I'm not sure if it actually is or not. Okay. There you go. I'll do a little bit of that, then this. Of course, when you're streaming, the ice cream truck has to come by. Yeah, true. It is true. It is true. Of course it shows up, but it's very inconvenient. Like, my guy has not shown up for the past week and a half. Actually, no, longer than that. They haven't shown up for like 2.5 weeks now. And besides, the second I start streaming, yeah, let's go. Like, the ice cream's gonna show up. Okay. Right. Let me fix the small issue over here. Oh, and that one. Wait, I didn't. Oh no, I did. Huh. Okay, let's just redo this little section here. Okay, we also need to redo this little section too. Just a smidge. Just a smidge amount. Just a trace amount. There we go. Right. Does he have better things to do than show up when you're streaming? That's exactly what I'm saying, Kelsey. Like, it's premeditated at this point. Like, I swear it is. Actually, I must start with skin spots first because we got a lot more of that to shade. Right. Wait. Doo-doo. Okay. And that did confuse me for a second, but I think I've got it. Alright, that bit there don't matter because we got this. And I need to new layer this because I'm gonna have to erase some parts here. Case in point. And we might as well keep this up just for this layer just because I've also got to erase this bit here. There you go. Yeah, that's 100% an ice cream truck. I can hear the siren. Like, it's 100% premeditated. You can't convince me otherwise. 100%. Without a doubt. Like, my guy just loves showing up at the worst possible times imaginable, I swear. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix this up here. Right. Boom, boom. Like I just show it when I'm not streaming. I have no clue. I wish my guy did. That way I could actually get something to eat when it's like 20 degrees plus. Actually, no, more 30 plus. But nah. My guy just does not want to do it. Just like, nah, I don't really feel like it today type of deal. Right. Yeah, there's that done, I believe. Just go do a tiny little bit of grey here. Little smidge plus you. Actually, no, I need to color that in full. And then I just need to do this. Like, at this point, it's just out of inconvenience. The ice cream truck shows up. Like, it's just purely out of inconvenience. Okay, there's that done. So now it's practically just this. Wait, no, I forgot I do the crown slightly differently. He's like, nah, let's just show it when she's streaming. Like, the ice cream truck is stream sniping at this point. You can't convince me otherwise. I'm nearly certain on that fact, considering how they conveniently show up the second I'm streaming. Like, it's premeditated. Alright. Like, they have to know. They have to know. And like, it's not like the fact of like, oh, it's just because it's in the middle of the day. Because like, bro has shown up when I've been like streaming at like 5:30 and like whatnot. Like, it's 100% premeditated. Like, I refuse to believe it is not. Yeah. What time is it for you? Right now it's 3 p.m., which I mean makes sense for an ice cream truck. But I'm concerned at the fact that they've shown up at where it's like been 5:30 and whatnot. Like, technically, right now, logistically, it makes sense for an ice cream truck to show up. But still, 100% stream sniping. Trust. Trust. Okay, is there anything else I'm missing? It feels like there is. But I can't seem to think of what it could be. Oh, wait. Maybe it is this? Possibly? Uh, there's gotta be something I'm missing. Wait. I think I may know what it is. Let me see. Hmm. Hmm. What is it? Like, I mean, logistically, there is nothing missing, I believe. I have no clue, I'm gonna be honest. I reckon we're just gonna leave it out there, because it's. Technically, it's not gonna get any better. Speaking of the ice cream truck, bro is right outside my house as we speak. Alright. Do do do. This is the happy mode, I believe. Gonna have to set up the old. Wait, is this a full? Yeah, I can just copy this. Very easy. Actually, no, I believe this is the. Wait, no, it can't be. Never mind, never mind. Just go out there and wave them off. Nah. See, like, the thing is, I usually, when bro shows up, I do want the ice cream. It's just the most inconvenient times of the century my guy likes to appear. Like, the sheer amount of times my guy's shown up is making me consider creating an ice cream emote just for the bit. Because it is a funny amount of times, I'm gonna be honest. Like, quite literally, if I had a nickel for every time I've been inconvenienced by an ice cream truck, it would be, I'd be a millionaire by this point. Alright. Something's not right with this. Okay. How about we start off by me just doing this? And vice versa for the other side. Alright. Now, same case for this, mostly. Okay, I mean, bro has left. It's just... If you had if you had a penny for every time he showed up, you'd be a billionaire. Trillionaire at this rate. Like, consistently, it shows up at least once per stream. Like, the only time bro has not shown up is because my stream has died, and he has not had time to show up. And like, Bunny's been showing up even during like midwinter. Is the funniest part of all this. Okay, I mean, this needs to be pushed further back. But yeah, literally multi-millionaire if I had a penny for every time my guy showed up. Like, not even, like, 100% being serious. I'm 100% gonna have to make it the next time I have more slots open for Twitch. 100% gonna have to make an ice cream truck emote. Who wants ice cream in the winter? That's my fault exactly. That's my fault exactly. And like, I don't mean like Australian winter where it's like, 20 degrees. I mean like when it's like 10 and it's windy. Like the back to back of 10 degrees plus windy. Which I mean, realistically, is not that cold. But it's the fact that it's like typically Australian winters and like weathers and whatnot never goes below 20 unless it's nighttime. So like if something's like 10 degrees out, like in like the afternoon, that's when it's bloody cold. So like the fact that like who would like I know I have heating in my house. But I do not want an ice cream during midwinter. Like, I mean, unless I was quite literally starving, I would not be picking ice cream during the winter times. And like the wildest part is that half the time my guy showed up twice in a row. Whenever the whenever there's like during the winter months, they'd show up twice. which is ironically quite funny considering how they they barely show up during summer. Like, I've been going out in like heat wave temperatures and that, going like, God, it'd be real nice to have an ice cream. The second my guy shows up, like next time he's ever showed up, is while I'm streaming. Like it's 100% premeditated. I refuse to believe it is not. Like, without a doubt, premeditated. Premeditated ice cream. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I will give my guy props. At least he's consistent. Because he consistently shows up whenever I stream. I mean, you wanna know the funniest part, gang? The funniest part is that technically, it's not even just one, it's not one ice cream truck. There's two of them. And they show up at the exact same times. So I'm getting trolled by not one, but two separate ice cream trucks. And like hell, sometimes it's three separate ice cream trucks. Like, God. Like, what have I done for the entire, like, ice cream battalion at this point to show up at my doorstep? Just to purely inconvenience me. Like, it's not even. There's barely any kids on, like, on the street of my house, too. So, like, it's not effective, like, it's, like, there's a extreme amount of, like, children hanging out around the place. Like, there is none, barely any. And yet, my guys are still showing up. I believe I might actually copy this. That way I can put this as layer 4 and then I can have this as my clipping mask. Then we can save this for the hair later on. And possibly a few other things. Maybe, I'm not sure right about now. Here. This is just a matter of angling it. No, Doc, you want some ice cream? I very much would want ice cream around this time, but Bro's already left. Like, there's that little children. Like, there's barely any children around that they just, like, essentially pop a wheelie around my street and then just leave. Like, barely any people come over for ice cream. Like, you know what it reminds me of? You know what it genuinely reminds me of, which I just realized? Let me find an image of this. Just so I can purely explain the context here. Like, I need to explain the context of this. Oh, what would it be called? Like, it reminds me of the Sims 3 ice cream truck, which is, for context, let me actually get an image fully up. Yeah, for context, very much for context, it looks like this. This is the ice cream truck. For context as to why I'm mentioning this, is because this ice cream truck, although it's programmed to go into like community lots and whatnot, it ends up like 50% of the time right out your like Sims neighborhood's front door and will just stay there for like 3 hours and then drive away. And this is what it genuinely reminds me of, I shit you not. I just realized that just now. He could drive by again and knock on your door anytime now if he really wants to. At this point, I would not be surprised. But, like, bro is literally the Sims 3 ice cream truck. From how many times my guy has shown up. Like, I wish I was joking. And honestly, it's pretty funny. It is pretty funny. Like, there's a reoccurring bit going on, if you've ever played The Sims 3 and, like, actually, well, more so experience the community of it, just specifically that ice cream truck being extremely creepy for no reason. And that's genuinely what it reminds me of. It's the same energy. Like, it's the same type of deal, I swear. Alright, I actually need this to be quite small. I almost had it. Almost. Oh, I think I got there. Okay. Alright, now we just gotta lower this opacity to 50. But yeah, I mean, at this point, I would not be surprised if my guy showed up and knocked on my door just to say, hey, so you got any ice cream? Like, you want any ice cream? Like, I would not be surprised if my guy did that. Just from the sheer amount of times he showed up. Okay, it doesn't particularly... Okay, that's not in the snow in the full background image. So, yeah, we can ignore that slightly. I actually put that there, but, like... Could we potentially put this at a 1% opacity? That way it won't show up on this here. And we should be fairly good. And we're gonna have to come back to this anyways, just to... We'll do the outline on this. Okay. Yeah, at least this one is very, very easy. Because there's only a total of, like, just for the entire dress, like, 3 things to shade. Hasn't happened yet, but now we're talking about he might hear us and come back. I mean, I remember one time, Buddy showed up 3 separate times in a row. Like, Buddy showed up not once, not twice, but 3 times in the exact same stream. I was only streaming for like, I think 5 hours for that stream. I can't remember which one it was. This was a while back. But like, bro has done that before. He's come back. But yeah, like, you cannot convince me that it's literally the Sims 3 ice cream truck, but in like real life form. Like, that's literally what it is. Yeah, in case it's not obvious, I have in fact gone back into playing The Sims 3. Right. Like, honest to God, my guy might just straight up be William Afton. Like, bro always says he always comes back. And the ice cream truck always does come back, just at the most inconvenient times, like a cryptid. Like, actual cryptid type of ice cream truck. Like, it's probably just a cryptid at this point. I'd not be surprised. Like the ice cream, I mean, technically speaking, I've never seen the ice cream truck because I've never gone outside midstream to say, like, hey, can I get an ice cream real quick? So, like, bro, Buddy could just be a cryptid straight up. Like, it's Schrodinger's ice cream truck at this point. Oh, that, honestly, God, that's giving me a funny idea for a video. I'm gonna save that because in hell, even if I do that idea, it is gonna take a while because that would require a lot of stuff. But that's giving me an idea. Okay, I need to. Wait. Actually, let me go and be right back real quick. I just need to check something. Just a second, gang. It's more the fact that I need to go. I'm going to copy and paste the original one so I can get an idea of how I did the outline. Well, line up more specifically. But I can't actually go out of the image preview on stream because, like, literally 2 doors down is major lore concept art spoilers. Okay, where would I put it? Here. Here it is. Right. And now we're back spoiler free. I'm just gonna line this up. This is more just for the face. This is more just for the face, if anything. What kind of ice cream do you like? I mean, it's a toss up, honestly. See, like, I would say mint choc chip, but also vanilla with sprinkles is the peakest of peak. And I'm tired of pretending it's not. Like vanilla as is like it's okay, it's average. But like vanilla with sprinkles specifically, best thing to ever exist. Wait, actually, I need to undo that because I need to hide the line out so I can actually see what I'm doing. But yeah, I mean, I do like quite a lot of ice cream flavors. Like, I like a lot of the chocolate ones, which is a bit odd considering how I don't actually like chocolate. Like, I like everything except for normal chocolate related. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a toss up between mint chocolate chip and vanilla. Well, vanilla with sprinkles. Uh, do, do, do. You remember what Enda ordered on Papa's Freezeria? Yes, I remember the toothpaste flavored type of ice cream. That's probably who's driving the ice cream truck. It's bloody Edna. Edna's doing it herself. She's she's spiteful after we called her order a toothpaste flavored looking type of thing. Like she's doing it out of spite. She's doing it out of spite. Okay. God, this is a lot more difficult to line up than I was expecting. The fuck was that? Decided to just. Okay. Okay, buddy. Yeah, sure, that makes sense. But yeah, I don't think I can ever forget that order, that accursed abomination. Toothpaste flavored ice cream grows. Exactly, exactly. See, like, mint's good. Mint choc chip's good. Mint as is, nah. But, like, mint choc chip is. I suppose, I mean, honestly, I just realized after saying my two most favorite ice cream options, I suppose I like crunchy ice cream is the best way to describe it. Like like for example, like ice cream with sprinkles, that's technically crunchy ice cream. Well, in terms of the sprinkles, like it's like technically speaking, I just noticed that. Though granted, calling it crunchy ice cream sounds wrong. Incredibly so, actually. Oh, wait, have we got it? No. Wait, no. There we go. We just got it. Let's go. Right. You should play that game again. I mean, I have been putting it on some of the rotation lists. It's just it's not super popular. I might add it to next month's Saturday schedule, honestly. And I would have added it to this one, but like we've got free reserved just for art, just because of how bad the backlog is. Like the backlog is longer than the list of the amount of times the ice cream trucks have shown up. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to playing it again. Right, actually, I should probably hide these two layers so I can see where it is. I was thinking that one which I might pick playing is ah I can't remember it now, but there was a new Papa's Pizzeria type of game which has been uploaded to Steam. Like as in like it's got a PC port now. But I can't remember for the life of me what it was called. But I think they did two of them, like fairly recently. Wait, this is still on shading, well, on technical. But yeah, I mean, I was interested in doing that one as well. But I mean, granted though, the rotation list right now is more like like it's literally a novel from from how many options there are. I mean, it's not really, but like it feels like a novel when I'm looking for it for the Tuesday polls. Because I mean, it's more so the fact that VR games have been added to rotation now. Granted, VR games won't be picked for quite a while because I'm still waiting on two different things for the VR stuff. For context, I'm waiting on a specific type of microphone because I mean I can't use my current one because I think that would be considered a fire hazard if I strapped the wires directly to the headset. And, you know, if I had it as it is now, it would be pretty far away from where I'd be doing VR stuff. So I have like a sort of portable microphone I'm waiting on. Which, I mean, I was planning on getting anyways for something else which I won't mention, but it's main channel video related. Yeah, it's a little bit of a surprise. But then, I mean, also is it Papa's Pizzeria? Yeah, I'm gonna be using that microphone to go into Papa's Pizzeria themselves. I'm gonna be going into the real life equivalent of it. Nah, nah, nah. Although there may be a reference to it. But yeah, I mean, I'm waiting on that, and I'm also waiting on specifically a new head strap for my VR headset. Because fun fact about the VR headsets, the stock base, strap is the most pain-inducing type of thing. Like, it feels like I'm literally, like, it's just, because for context, it's putting pressure on your head, like a VR headset, obviously. Like, that's how it stays on. But with the stock ones, it makes it so I cannot wear the damn thing for more than, like, 5 minutes before I get the worst headache of my life. So I'm waiting on another thing, which is essentially, it's practically the same as the stock one, except it doesn't pinpoint the pressure directly into my temples. So I can wear it for longer than like 30 minutes. But hey, I mean, on the bright side though, technically speaking, once I get those two things, could technically play Papa's Pizzeria in VR. Technically. Because, I mean, it's set up with, it's set up to my Steam account. And although I don't have a lot of games which aren't, aren't VR compatible, a neat little thing about VR is that, well, you can essentially play them anyways, so long as, like, it's connected to my PC. It's just, it won't be like a actual VR. It'll be like playing it, but like all you can see is the game itself. But like you're still using a controller or mouse and keyboard to move around. Yeah, but I mean, there's a few things I'm waiting on. But technically it is added to the list. And granted, it's more so added to the list now because VR games are expensive as hell. So hell, by the time I get around to getting these two things, I'll probably I probably haven't even brought a VR game yet. Well, like one which isn't extremely discounted to all hell. Yeah, I mean that's the only real downside to VR, I'd say. It's just the fact that like a single VR game can put you into generational debt from the amount of cost it takes. Like it's very much shocking prices. Like indie games there are averaging I mean I understand why it's priced like that. It's just annoying as all hell that it's priced like that. Is more so what I'm getting at. Because it's like indie games are like $50 each. And like the actual ones which are like actually made by like companies and that are even more expensive. They're like $70 each. Granted though, it's not as bad as Nintendo prices. Nintendo prices are like significantly worse. Like an average Nintendo game in Australia pre Nintendo Switch 2 was $90, like 90 or 100. And now I think it's 120. It's like 120, 140, like in between there. Although, granted, because of how much Nintendo games cost, I've not been looking at those prices. Like, I've not been scouring for it. granted more because I'm like the only latest Nintendo game which I'm interested in is Tamagotchi Life. And like if they ever brought out Punch Out, like all I'm saying is the way they'll get me to buy a Switch 2 is if they released a new Punch Out game for specifically Switch 2. Like I'd be speed running to my local EB Games. Like I'd be sprinting down there at this just to buy a Switch 2. That's more so because of the prices on the Wii version of that is like that's even worse. That's even worse, but that's more because a lot of people buy the game. Well, more so, it's a very sought after game. Is more what I'm getting at. So it makes it so the average of a used copy of the game is like literally 200 plus. 200 plus. Like, I get why it's priced like that, but like, still, 200 plus. I need to emphasize that is a comical amount for a Wii game. Hell, like, no, like, that's a comical amount for any game in general. And like that's not even like a limited edition. That's not I need to emphasize, that's not even a limited edition version. Like the limited edition version is like 1,000 plus. But like the stock version is 200 roughly, give or take. Which is like god awful. That is the worst pricing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, but I mean that's more just like a victim of like just well essentially just being a popular game or slash hard to find kinda. It's in a similar vein to Telltale's Back to the Future. I actually did get my hands on a copy of that one, but like the averages for those were like 150, like 100, 150. But that's also because another thing is that Telltale just went bankrupt, so you know they're not making any other copies of that game. I mean, like that one isn't even that sought after. It was surprising I even got my hands on it. Well, like more so on a functioning copy of it, which is not broken in the slightest. Because I mean, like I got that only for like $50. I actually no, I think it was 70 including shipping, which is a little bit shocking considering the fact that for context, this game came out. I mean, listen, I was still a child when it was out. Like I was in pre-primary when it came out. Like literally in primary school. So like old as hell game. Like I mean, I mean it is a fairly old game. It's not as old as some other ones like say like GTA San Andreas for example, the original versions of that like the PS2 and Xbox version. Those were around before I was even born. And they're also fairly high sought after. Especially considering definitive edition funkiness. But like, yeah. There is a lot of like older games which are really hard to get your hands on. Like for not like $10 million. Which I mean is a bit of a shame, I will admit. It's a bit of a shame, but I can see why, because it's kinda in like technically speaking, like some like it would technically be considered abandonware. But like quite a few of the older games, like for instance, original Sims 2. That's I mean, it technically was abandonware, but then they re-released the body thing. Same with like original Sims 1. And like, yeah, I mean, when it's abandonware, I can see why the price is sticking up. But I don't see why we need to be pricing games at 100, like the stock original versions of it, not even disc version, like the online version. Like, yeah, that's priced at like a, that's priced at 120. Like, unless there's like a reason for like the pricing of it. Like, I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2, for instance, that was priced at around, I believe, in Australia, at the time I brought it, which would be when I'd been, that'd be a while back. I didn't buy it day one, but I brought it on the same year. And around that time, I believe it was 80. And that's kind of reasonable. That's kind of reasonable. I mean, I would say that's quite very much worth the price. But like, listen, I don't understand the price of Mario Kart. Well, that is the most absolute bullshit ass pricing I have ever seen in my life. Like hell, even like before tariffs and whatnot. Well, before Switch 2 introduction, I would even say Nintendo prices were pretty bad. But like they just got 20 million times worse for just for the funsies. Right. Let's Okay, I see the issue here. But yeah, I mean, your pricing's bad when when you get when you outbeat EA in pricing. That's when it's real bad. Like that's when it's shocking times. Like that's when we're in the trenches, gang. I'm gonna be honest. Like when you outspend the most well-known greediest company of the century, that's when it's shocking. That's when the prices are truly terrible. Yeah, I mean, I will also admit, Sims 4 specifically has been in the absolute trenches as of recently. I feel bad for whoever's still playing The Sims 4. It's funny though, because, like, I would recommend The Sims 1 before I recommended The Sims 4. Like, as like buying the game. And like actually playing it. And like DLCs as well. For context, what I'm like the specific version I'm talking about is not the remaster version. I'm talking about the original boxed version. Like for context, I have the original complete collection fully boxed. Cause a little thing which I like to do, well, like more so I like to collect, is specifically Sims games and like Sims games like boxes and whatnot. And like, yeah, those are also pretty hard to find. Like not in a terrible shape. I mean, granted, I'm more just buying it just for the looks, just for this aesthetic purposes. I mean, I'm not even buying the if they're working, because I mean, my PC doesn't even have a a DVD drive. It's not gonna be reading anything. Like, it ain't gonna be reading anything anytime soon. It ain't even got the DVD. But yeah, I mean, I would recommend that version before I recommended Sims 4. And that version, because of how old Sims 1 is, there's a little bit of a little bit of a problem which comes up quite a lot in older EA game type titles, which is that it doesn't recognize your CPU or like your GPU. So the game obviously panics because it thinks you're trying to run it on something which doesn't exist. And it's just going like, what the hell are you trying to run me on? Like my box Sims 1 copy. I mean, I did sort of a file transfer on it, so even though my PC does not have a DVD drive, technically it's still the DVD version. Because I mean, I quite literally just moved the files over from my old PC, which did have a DVD drive. And like, the game does not it doesn't even recognize Windows 11 as an OS. Like, that's how old it is. It don't even recognize the OS. It thinks I'm running it on nothing. Which, I mean, granted, I can see why the game panics because it's going, what are you trying to run me on? Like, it literally thinks I'm trying to run it on air. I just went, yeah, it'll just work. Like, you get around to it. And like, still, I had a funner time playing on that than I did Sims 4. But it's more so. My main gripe with Sims 4 is that it's practically, well, it's practically unplayable without mods. Like, gameplay wise. Like, I mean, I'm talking about in terms of like live mode and that. Like, build by mode, cast. Not that, I mean, I will admit, they're actually good. Cast is an air. It depends. But, like, it is a lot better than the older versions. Like, older, like, that's predecessors. But, like, the gameplay is, Like, it's, Like, listen, I've literally preferred watching paint dry over play The Sims 4. I unmodded. But, like, it's kind of also the thing of, you don't know what you're missing out on until you play the older versions, like 2 and 3. 3, I mean, Sims 3 is good, but also it's the only one which makes my PC scream out in pain. Like, my current PC, that is. It's more so just the spaghetti coating on it. It's good, but like, good luck getting to run it. Like, especially because of the for some reason they thought it was a good idea to have a save file limit and have it astronomically low. I mean, they did fix it in the port for the Mac, but like, hell, I mean, I'd recommend. I mean, it's kind of like it depends. Like, it's good if you have the computer for it, but like, if you don't, good luck. Good luck. Like, I mean, look, all I'm saying is, back when I was a small child, I would quite literally pray to the computer to say, please run my Sims game. because of how bad the spaghetti coating was. But I mean, I do prefer it over Sims 2. Sims 2 is also good. But like, it just gets too repetitive sometimes. But like, that's more just due to hardware limitation rather than, any actual limitation. Because it's just kind of like once you actually fully get in, like, for context, how I typically like to play The Sims is where it's one continuously long save. Like, one continuously long save with one continuously long family. And, like, I don't particularly like switching out of that. Which is mainly why I don't like The Sims 2 as much as I could. Because, I mean, Sims 2 kind of requires rotational gameplay for it to not get repetitive, and I do not like doing that too much. But yeah, I mean, I will admit though, it is a really good game outside of that. But that's more like quite literally just a personal preference. And like still, like I mean, it still beats Sims 4 by a long shot. But yeah, it's like I said before. It's just like it's just quite literally of a type of thing where it's you don't know what you're missing until you actually play in like the older versions. 100% though, I would not recommend buying the remaster a heartbeat for Sims 2 specifically, just because it's a broken mess. I mean, listen, they remastered it, but I think they remastered it to Sims 4 engine because of how badly they broke so many things. But like the original, or hell, even just like a box version, or like the old original versions, infinitely better. Like I'd take those any day of the week over originals. Well, not over original Sims 4. Well, actually, no. Yes, technically over original Sims 4, but Sims 4 in general. Okay, now what have I done here? Alright. Yeah, I mean, there is like a. Honestly, there is something I've been really seriously thinking about, but I'm not sure if people like it. But it's essentially because, I mean, technically we brought back the old Deltarune series. Or at least, like, we're going to when I actually go around to uploading that video and editing it. But, like, I was heavily thinking about bringing back our Sims 2 series. Which is essentially, like, only barely any people would remember that because that is very, very early days. That series. Like, that is. Like, that series is so early that it was around before my Discord server existed. But it would be incredibly fun to bring back, but it's more just a thing of it relies a lot on like chat input. Honest to God, not sure how well if people would enjoy it that much. But it would be fun to bring back Moonbright. Yeah, it would be very much fun. Especially considering that my PC can run the better version of it technically. Cause I mean that's when I was streaming on a MacBook, I believe, under Wi-Fi. And I mean now I can technically now I'm streaming. If I was going to be streaming it, it would be with the most well, Sims 2 version with the most amount of content. Alright, let me remove those real quick so I can hide you and edit from there. But yeah, because I mean, like, there is a lot of. I mean, hell, I could even bring back like a remix version of it, but yeah, like I said, it's just like a sort of deal where I'm not sure how many people would enjoy it. Now, I know for certain I would enjoy it, but I'm not sure if it would be that popular. Which is the original reason as to why it got cut, I believe. Because at the time, God, this would be like 2021, I believe. Yeah, this is 2020, 2021. So like years back. But at the time, I remember it got cut in favor of. It was something else. Yeah, it got cut in favor of something else, but I can't remember what. I think it actually got cut in favor of Minecraft, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, that would be right, because we'd just be. Yeah, that would be right, because we'd just be starting up something SMP around that time. But yeah, I mean, it would be fun to bring back, but also I gotta keep remembering the simple fact of I have banned myself from making, from reviving series and coming up with new ideas until I actually get my backlog sorted. Speaking of which, there's probably a video which will be coming out either today or tomorrow. Depends on when I edit it. Well, I mean, it's more so new short rather than new video, but yeah. It is close to finishing. It's just I need to add just like one or two more things to it, I believe. Right. Let me actually hide you for a sec so I can do this. But yeah, I mean, I really need to get that backlog under control because there's so many like video ideas I have currently, which I've just banned myself from doing, because I mean I am not adding 50 new ideas to the backlog. But like, there's just so many ideas I have, and like I've written down as like I mean, I could do this later on, which I really want to do, but also backlog. Like for instance, Cult of the Lamb. Woolhaven's coming out soon. I intend to play the DLC of it, and I have to add that to the video now because I intend to add to cover the DLC. And I mean, Cult of the Lamb's definitely not coming out by the end of January. If I remember correctly, I believe it was actually. How far down is Cult of the Lamb on my backlog? Oh, it's quite literally the one straight after the two I have planned. So in that case, Cult of the Lamb's probably gonna be February or March's video. Depends. I mean, granted, depends on how bad the uni trenches hit me, because that's when uni's gonna be starting back up. But it's very high chance thus far. Especially considering Kodaland's... Well, the video on it specifically is, I think, 1/4 edited, give or take. And I mean, it also does have a fully finished script, although that, I mean, that would have to be edited to include the new stuff. But yeah, I mean, it practically just needs to be finished edited. It's just, I just do not, I mean, I got other stuff to focus on. Like, for instance, Coffee Commission preview images. Because that backlog out prioritizes the video one. Or like Law, for instance, that's another one. Actually, no, currently Law doesn't out prioritize it. In Law Streams 1 and 2 are technically out prioritizing it, but they are a part of the video backlog at the same time. So it's kind of like a yeah, but also no type of deal. Alright. But yeah, I mean, outside those two, like, I'm planning, what I really want to do is post at least one video, either like short or main channel, at least once every 2 months. If I can do that, then I'll be happy. But yeah, I mean, the affiliate short, which is very almost done, is currently the biggest priority outside of, well, this. And more specifically, technically, finishing off this specific preview image, rather than all of the preview images. Because, I mean, this one's the closest to being done. So, I mean, it kind of out-prioritizes it on a pure technicality. Like, nothing else. It's literally just on a technicality. Oh, wait, no, wait, I just realized. Technically, no, it wouldn't out-prioritize it. Because all of the videos, all of the video backlog, technically the one which is first on the video backlog, which I'm not doing first, I'm doing the short first because, I mean, it came up as perfect timing type of deal. But I mean, technically the next biggest priority post that short in the video backlog is updating the Patreon / Coffee Commission plug, which I have. Because for context, that's just like essentially it's a reuse video. Like, it's just for the sake, like, I make it reuse just for the sake of I don't have to redo a new one each time I want to go in, but I need to update it to include, well, you know, coffee stuff. Because, I mean, a lot has changed since, last time I did the, plug for it, more specifically. So that means that, because that was technically supposed to be top on the priority. Technically speaking, no. All the coffee stuff, all the commission previews out prioritize it because just on a pure technicality of the fact that I can't do that plug until I've done these. Yeah, I mean, I forgot about that. Well, more so, I forgot that was how high that was on the priority list currently. Because, I mean, hell, I've just been focusing on these anyways in the first place. But yeah, I mean, I didn't think to consider that, like, you know, specifically. Because, I mean, why would I? Technically, I'm not even working on the video backlogs right about now. Right. Yeah, so that, I mean, technically that also means by technicality, no matter what, commissions will be going out in the, well, on time for once. Because, I mean, I can't work on any other videos until I finish this, technically. Well, I mean, outside of the affiliate shop, but that's more just, like I said before, its priority got bumped purely because I had my affiliates, but, well, I had my affiliate anniversary 3 days ago. But, like, that's the only reason why it's been bumped. Right, well, I mean, that makes my job a whole lot easier. I mean, no, it technically doesn't. Well, actually, it doesn't, because on one hand, I don't have to make thumbnails for a bit. But on the other hand, I still have to draw. So, I mean, it's a blessing and a curse. Yeah, so I mean, that means that, yeah, Law's not gonna be worked on for a hot minute. More just from, you know, the simple fact of, well, got others, I mean, the coffee commissions are kind of got bumped up unintentionally. That's, Well, now that's just made me realize I also have to think of how I should go about doing the other ones, because I haven't put any planning on them. And more specifically, how to do them. I have an idea for one I'm thinking of right now. But, I mean, we definitely won't start that on stream. Just because that's going to require a lot of stuff. But then outside of that, I only have... How many others do I have? I think it's 4 more. And 2 of them are just... Well, I mean, they're reusing the same one. I'm just cutting it slightly. Which is, let me think. When would that be? Ah, okay, so technically speaking, I only have 3 I have to actually work on. Because one of them is just a half body version, which means it's technically a direct copy of one of them, but just, well, moving it in, like, just cutting it in half. So, you know, incredibly easy. Okay, how's this? Yeah, fairly decent. Definitely getting somewhere. I'm gonna keep that for a bit. But yeah, I mean, I do have an idea for one of them. I just don't have I mean, I suppose I do technically have an idea. It's just wait, no, yeah, I mean, technically it would work. Alright, that's that done. Alright. give me one moment, gang. I'm gonna put you on be right back. I'm just gonna take a quick break just to stretch my legs and well, just refill my drink bottle. And I'll be back in less than a moment, because I reckon that's a good place to break. But yeah, I'll be back soon, gang. Alright, gang, I am back. Let's get onto this hair, I suppose. Might as well, might as well. Okay. Right. Wait, hold on. Let me just copy this. That's still at 1%. Yes. I just want to see something. So since it's technically at 1% now, what would happen if I were to say do this? Okay. Don't work like that, gotcha. Okay. Hmm. Okay, maybe that wasn't as great of an idea as I had. What we could do actually. Yeah, I changed my mind. We'll actually start with colors. I make this a hell of a lot easier. I could make it so that connects through to that. And we can reference this. And then we can essentially just do this. Like, I'm more so just... Right. Technically, this also needs to be on a separate layer. And if we want to get real technical about it. And just to do... Let's switch this. That's you. And you. Right. Now. It's a matter of this, that, that. I don't believe I'm missing anything, so that's good. It's just that. And that. Perfect. Right, so now let's hide that and turn this on. Then I'm just gonna hide the background layer just for a sec so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Because we gotta do a little tad bit of editing on these side bits here. Nope. There you go. Yeah, at least on the bright side with the hair though, we don't have to do it how we were doing it before. Because it's going to be covered. Well, where the hair would be realistically showing. There we go. time for the other side. Yeah, this should be relatively easy. Well, I mean, once we get past this point. There we go. Now, just a matter of... Where is it? There it is. Okay, too easy. Go, and now just you left. Oh, wait, no, wrong thing. There we go. Just one slight thing I noticed. I believe that there's actually supposed to be fully black. Yeah, right, okay. That's good. Now we can move on to hair. Okay, Actually, I'll probably start with sketching the front hair first. Just because, I mean, technically speaking, that'll be a slight bit easier. Well, I mean, more so, it will make doing the back hair a lot easier. Alright, there we go. Actually, this fringe isn't correct. We'll sort that out in a second. We'll sort it out in a sec. There you go. Alright, now... Okay. And something funky's going on. Because I believe this needs to be further down. How's that? Yeah, I was mostly correct in my assumption. I just gotta fix this little bit up there. Yeah, I also need to fix this. And I think this also needs to be padded out slightly more. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that looks right to me. Seems right. Okay. Yeah, I'm also gonna do the bows as well, but I'll save that for once we do the hair. Okay, this is off. But I think I know the issue. Which is that that's supposed to start there. Which means this is supposed to start there. Yes? Is that correct? Okay, yeah, it is. Right. So now it's hair time. Here's back here. Let's also move this all underneath. Oh wait, no, not you. That'd be mighty terrible for that. Right. Now, okay, I have this insanely low for some godforsaken reason. It's supposed to be at 3 actually. Actually, I should probably hide all this underneath. Just so I can actually see. You know, potentially a good idea. Maybe seeing is a good idea. It's just a theory, a game theory one might say. Right. Here we go. And now let's start around the edges. I don't have anything referenced, do I? Nope. Good, good, very good. Alright. Righto. It's gonna look slightly scuffed until we actually go ahead and do the fine tuning on it. But we're just getting the basic shape right about now. Right. No changes. Yeah, there we go. Actually, no, technically I need to go over this a little bit more. Then, there we go. It's all connected, yep. Yeah, see, I mean, this is gonna look a little bit fucky until we actually re-hide all of the bits that are meant to be covered. And then, of course, do polishing and whatnot. Okay, I believe this is slightly too high. Right. Now, here's where it actually matters how scuffed it is. Oh, I can immediately see where we can go about fixing. Well, more the where and the what. Do. Yeah, much better, though I'm just gonna pat this out a little bit more. Just off to the corner. There we are. Alright, now, so another good benefit of how close up this is that I do not have to lower the amount on the size of this. I don't need to lower it to 1, which would make this 20 million times worse, I will admit. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Right over. Uh, there we go, much better. We do need to do the bows. I do remember that. I did not forget. But I reckon we're gonna do this hair first. Well, the top part of this. Which requires having to hide all that. I mean, we might as well more do this because this is the, technically speaking, worse part. Because we need to factor in the crown and the helix. Instead of just doing them where it sees fit. It's not that bad though. Yeah, see, I have a sneaking suspicion that we won't get this fully done by today. Well, I mean, when I'm also mean today, I mean by the end of the stream. But I reckon there's an extremely high chance I'll get this done before the end of today. At the end of the day, regardless. Oh crap, okay, this is gonna need the one sizing. Great. My absolute enemy. Okay, let's see here. Right, there we go. Actually, no. Very much no, because this needs to be well, connected a lot better than it is. Okay. Oh god, we have been going on for 3 hours. Granted, that's practically at this point the average for drawing streams. They always end up going for a comically long amount of time. Completely unintentionally, but yeah. They always end up taking a while. Right. Right, we'll sort out the fringe situation in a sec. I'm gonna create a temporary wall of sorts. That way I can fill this in and we can come back to that later. Alright. Alright. Do. There you go. Right. We're gonna do these on separate lab. Well, because I'm gonna be honest, these are the make or break. Nope. Not going to do that. Right. There we go. 1 out of 5. How's that even looking? Maybe it's looking somewhere. I will give it credit where credit's due. Alright, now. Next one, I suppose. Okay, this is very much a work in progress. Alright. Let's see. Oh, not bad, not bad. And there's definitely some areas it can improve. It's not the worst. There you go. Okay, let's actually start up on this side. Just a matter of that. It is improving. Righto. And give me a moment. We can do that. So I think this is slightly too far and I need to push it back slightly. Okay, let's see. That how's this looking? It's definitely looking. Do. Okay, it definitely needs the endpoints. There we go. I think the issue is this can be a way lot more down. Okay, maybe not that far down. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. Alright. I reckon that's the best we're gonna get. Hmm. Right. I reckon that is good to go. Almost. Well, I mean, good to move on to Catholics more. Right. I seriously need to move on to Catholics because otherwise we are gonna be here all day. Wait. Before we start though, can you use this just as a reference point? There we go. Right. There we go. Okay, yeah. The Catholics definitely did it. Let's see, this is in full. Ooh, yep, yep. That's practically what we're looking for. You know, I reckon since we've been going on for 3 hours, and I mean, all we have left to do is not that much. It's literally just two line arts plus extra colors and shading. And it's not gonna take very long, but I honestly God need a break. I reckon this is a good time as any to call it here. We did make quite a significant amount of progress. Like, I mean, we finished off an entire drawing, then we got like 70, I'd say like 50 to 75% done with another one. So I reckon that's extremely good progress, and I'm happy with that for today. So this is gonna be it from me for today. As per usual, I'll see you guys all next Tuesday, where I'll be. I mean, I'm not sure where I've been streaming. Might be art, might be something else. Who knows? Who knows? We'll just have to see. But yeah, that's going to be it from me for today. If you have anyone you'd like me to raid on the Twitch side, just let me know. If not, I may or may not pick someone. But yeah, this is going to be it from me for today, so see you guys all later. Bye bye.